In the remote windswept hills of Solano County, there's a dying town that caught the attention of movie star Clint Eastwood.
John Bartell here, making a little pit stop in Bird's Landing.
Throw your arms around this honky-tonk man.
Well, Honky Tonk Man wasn't his most memorable movie, but when the cameras were set up to film Clint Eastwood's 1982 American musical western comedy, it sure was memorable to the townspeople of Bird's Landing.
I've never seen so much chaos in my life make movie. I mean...
Though chaotic, lifelong resident John Benjamin says his rural town was an ideal backdrop for Clint Eastwood's character, Red Stovall, who was a traveling musician bouncing around small-town America with his nephew.
About what's the population here?
About 13.
13 people.
John Benjamin says Bird's Landing wasn't always so small. In the late 1800s, it was a bustling port town, founded and named after businessman John Bird, who built the wharf, which attracted schooners full of people to work or buy crops from local farmers.
That was jumping. There's a lot of activity back then. They supposedly had a 300-piece brass band.
Hundreds of people either lived or worked in the town, John Benjamin says. There were hotels, warehouses, and this old general store, which John Benjamin's family ran for many years.
Well, the old store is closed, but you can still come here to the vending machine and get yourself a soda.
Unfortunately, a series of fires burned down many of the buildings in town and the people left. John Benjamin says one surviving building is the old brothel, which John owns and now lives in.
You sleep where many have slept.
Again.
Across the street from John Benjamin's house stands what's left of Shirley's Bar. John says it was an icon in town and was owned by a feisty woman in her 90s who let visiting bird hunters serve themselves and allowed them to toss peanut shells on the floor.
The last business in town behind us?
Well, that's the last one that's been open, yeah, was the bar. She's been gone about 2 years, I guess.
Well, about the only thing left to do in Bird's Landing is target practice at the nearby hunting preserve. We found Curtis Hecker testing out his new shotgun at the sporting clay course.
You see, that's the way you miss. Just wanted to get that out of the way for you guys so you could see what that looked like.
These days, wind turbines outnumber the people in Bird's Landing. Though it's secluded and quiet, John Benjamin says the town's not dead, but he'll be here when it is.
Basically, stayed here just to watch the place die, because I could see that's what it was doing. It's dying.
From Bird's Landing, I'm John Bartell. Hope to see you on the Backroads.